Want to know how to write a sales post for social media? It's so hard, isn't it? You sit down and you start to write, and then you wonder, is this too hardcore? Is this way too salesy? Or maybe it's not salesy enough. Is anyone even going to read this stuff? Let's start again. Don't worry, I'm here to help. I have a 3-stage process for writing posts for social media that are designed to sell. And if you hang around to the end, I'll be sharing the common mistakes that people make when they write social media sales posts. But first, if you would like a digital marketing lesson just like this one once a week in 10 minutes or less, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the bell, because that way you get a notification each time I upload a new lesson. Step 1 is, what's the problem? Why do people come to you? Yes, of course, it's because they want what you sell. But what is it that triggered that? What is it that inspired that moment when they decided to buy from you? For example, I'm currently looking for a recipe book, the sort that you actually write into yourself. It needs to be hard-wearing, it needs to be pretty. So you might say that my problem is that I want a hard-wearing, pretty recipe book. But that's what I want. That's not the problem that it's solving. The problem, the thing that inspired that want, that need, is that I've got too many recipe books. I've got too many recipes scribbled on pieces of paper, cut out from magazines, written into lots of ugly notebooks. I want to get rid of those dusty old recipe books and hand scribbled notes and have one good recipe book where I keep all the best recipes. That's my problem. So how do you identify the problem that you solve for your customers? Well, firstly, you can talk to your customers. What do they say when they come into store, when they phone you, when they email you? Do any of them talk about what brought them to you? If they don't at the moment, ask them. Find their stories and use those as part of your marketing. But what if I don't have one-to-one conversations with my customers? Because we're doing more business online, it makes these one-to-one conversations harder to have. But we can still have them. You can call your customers. Pick a few at random, set up a call with them and ask them that question. Ask them what brought them to you. Or if you just can't do the phone, if you hate the phone, send a personalised email with a quick question. You can survey your customers. Set up a 1-question survey where you ask people, why is it that you bought from me? And you can embed this on your thank you page or confirmation page on your website, or you could send it in a follow-up email. Wait! Just 1 question? Surely you won't collect enough data with just 1 question. The shorter the survey, the more responses you will get. And remember, the point of this survey is to help you create better marketing, to create better sales posts. You just don't need to know anything else. Using these methods, you'll start to understand more about why your customers come to you. So start making a list. This will spark ideas for marketing content into the future. Step 2 is, what other solutions have they tried? In step 1, you discovered the problems that your customer has that drives them to you. But before you try and solve it, you need to talk about the other solutions that they may have tried that didn't work. For example, with my recipe book, maybe I bought a pretty notebook and started writing my recipes in it, but my other half grabbed it, wrote a phone number on it, and now it is ruined. Or maybe I was storing recipes on my phone, but when I switched phones, somehow I lost them all. Or maybe I just stuffed all my recipes into a big ring binder, but that's made it so hard to find the recipe that I need when I need it. This should be an easier part of your sales post to write, because I'm sure when you started your business, you knew what was different about you, why your solution was the best one out there. Maybe you're more cost effective. Maybe your product is more beautiful. Maybe it's easier to use. Step 3 is how you help your customers fix the problem. This is the bit where you get to talk about yourself. Pick out all the key parts of the problem and talk about how you and your business fix it. Now you have all 3 steps of your content strategy for your sales post written down, but it's just a bundle of notes. How do you bring them together? I have 3 methods that you can choose from to bring the elements of your sales post together. Method 1 is the Are You method. Start your post by asking, are you, have you, do you, and fill in the blank with the reason that your customers come to you. For example, have you ever searched through piles of handwritten recipes looking for the one you need? Do you have a folder full of recipe cards and scraps of paper that make it impossible to find that all-important cake recipe? Maybe you've got organised before and put them all into a ring binder, but you can never find what you're looking for. Maybe you've jotted some down in a notebook, but it got covered in tomato sauce and the pages are sticking together. The Spider Working Recipe Book will help you keep all your favourite recipes in one place. The tab menus make it easy to find exactly what you're looking for, and the white clean cover means it will withstand any tomato sauce incidents. This method is popular because if you get the problem right, your viewers or your listeners will be nodding along, agreeing as they read. They've already said yes before they get to what it is that you do to solve the problem. Method 2 is the You Are method. This is a twist on the Are You method that paints a picture of the problem that you're going to solve. For example, you're looking at that cake recipe that your mum gave you, the one that makes you think of home. Is it in the folder of recipes? You search, but you can't see it. Did you jot it down in a notebook? You start searching. The Spider Working Recipe Book puts all your favourite recipes in one place. The tab menu makes it easy to find the one you need right now. No more scrabbling, it's time to bake that cake. Method 3 is the I Am method, and this tells the story from your customer's perspective. It works best when you're creating case studies or testimonials that you can turn into ads or social media posts or blog posts. For example, one of my favourite things to do is bake, and luckily my friends love it too. We're always exchanging recipes. The problem was, I could never remember where I put them. Did that garlic pie recipe get shared on Facebook or WhatsApp? Where's that scrap of paper with the banana bread recipe on it? Since I bought the Spider Working Recipe Book, I know exactly where to find every recipe. I love filling it in, and the tabbed menu makes it easy for me to find the recipe I want. Plus, it's got a wipe clean cover, which is great as I'm always getting cake mix on my recipes. That's the 3-step process, but before you apply it to your own business, try applying it to something that you want to buy. It's great practice. Now let's talk about those common mistakes that people make when they create a sales post. Number 1 is too many calls to action. Only ever have one call to action in a sales post or you're diluting the results that you will get. Number 2 is no call to action. So instead of telling people all the things they should do, you forget to tell them to do anything. Make sure they know what the next step is to buy from you. Step number 3 is no hook. The hook is the thing that attracts people to keep reading your post. So make sure you don't have any fluff before you get to the problem, the thing that is going to attract their attention. And number 4, you try and cram all that text, all that stuff that you've written to sell to people onto an image or onto a video. And people don't want to read an image, particularly if they need glasses. And nobody's going to stop a video to see what it was that you were saying. So make sure that the key points of your sales post are in the text. The role of the image or the video is to attract people's attention so that they can read what it says above. So now go create a sales post and let me know how you get on in the comments.